The power of Merry Christmas.
Mr. Reagan.
The other day, I wrote a tweet about something that I had observed in the world over the past 10 years or so. I wrote, whenever I wish somebody in the service industry Merry Christmas, they're thrilled. Their excitement is palpable, even more than if they get a generous tip. Rarity brings value. And I don't know if that's true all over the country, but it's certainly true in Los Angeles. I don't know how many companies demand that their employees say Happy Holidays instead of Merry Christmas, but I remember that becoming kind of a thing in like the 1990s, and now it's basically universal. I remember when I was a little kid, everybody said Merry Christmas. Now, nobody does, at least not at stores. So I've always made a point of wishing everyone that I come in contact with during this season Merry Christmas. And what I've found is that people just light up when I say it. Now, there were several fun responses to that tweet, but Sherry Lee got it exactly right. She wrote, I hear it too when they wish me Merry Christmas back, like they've been given permission to say the forbidden. That is it exactly. People want to say Merry Christmas. Christmas is the happiest time of the year, and the politically correct nonsense of the woke left has inhibited our ability to spread the unbridled Christmas cheer that we are so compelled to share. I would say that Christmas is at least 10% less joyful because so few people say Merry Christmas. Happy Holidays is so unpleasantly generic. Certainly, this expression has been used for generations, but historically, I don't think it was intended to be inclusive of Hanukkah or of atheism. It's just intended to be inclusive of Thanksgiving and New Year's. And to those who think, well, I'm happy saying Happy Holidays, I don't want to offend anyone. To this, I say, if somebody's offended by Merry Christmas, they're not somebody that you should be worrying about offending, because they are an idiot. Merry Christmas needs to return as the dominant greeting of the season, and I'll get into that a little bit more in one moment. First, I have to sell you something. Right now, stocks are at an all-time high. The economy is roaring. Houses are selling and weak interest rates are at zero. And the government just printed $5 trillion. What could possibly go wrong? Meanwhile, consumer confidence has hit a 10-year low, and inflation hit 6.8%, with parts of the U.S. seeing rates as high as 8%. Something is not adding up. So what can you do? You can play it safe. Putting some of your assets into precious metals will keep your money away from the volatility of the markets and will protect you from inflation. Investing in precious metals will let you sleep at night. This month, Noble Gold is giving away a free America the Beautiful solid silver 5-ounce coin with any qualifying plan that you start. So talk to an expert at Noble Gold and they'll run you through your options to keep your money safe. No pressure, no hassling, no call centers, just a chance to speak to somebody who knows what they're talking about. And how refreshing would that be? Start by calling 877-646-5347 or visit their website at noblegoldinvestments.com. When I was in college, one of the Jewish guys made matzo ball soup for everybody in our dorm. He was the RA, and he was a pretty good guy. I didn't know him all that well, but I liked him all right. And I'd never had matzo ball soup. I'm from Oregon. There aren't really any Jews in Oregon, at least none that I'd ever met. So this was a new cultural experience for me. Incidentally, new research into the genetics of European Jews has revealed that Jews are actually mostly German, like me. And many of their traditions, even the Yiddish language, is derived from German culture. And as I've said before, my ancestors were German. So I don't actually consider European Jews to be all that distinct from myself. They're basically cousins. But I digress. Now, when that guy made matzo ball soup for our dorm, this was in honor of Hanukkah. And at no point did I think anything like, I'm not Jewish. How dare you offend me by serving me Jewish food? And why did I not think that? Because I'm not insane. On that day, there were many utterances of Happy Hanukkah. Not only was I not offended by this, I was grateful for it. Men from another culture were including me in their traditions. I was honored. And the same should be true of the utterance of Merry Christmas. If you're an atheist, if you're a Jew, if you're a Muslim, if you're a Hindu or a Buddhist or any other kind of non-Christian, You should be honored that we Christians wish you a Merry Christmas. We are including you in a tradition that we hold up with great esteem, and that many of us even hold as sacred. Since college, I have always made a point of wishing my Jewish friends Merry Christmas, and I appreciate being wished Happy Hanukkah. This is how it should be. Leftists, in their unrelenting war on all that's joyful and good, have tried their best to wash away the Christmas spirit in America, and despite the fact that their efforts have mostly failed, they have nevertheless left a lot of destruction. And one of the more tragic casualties of that war is Merry Christmas. But fortunately, this is a tradition that can very easily be resurrected. And so I challenge every one of you out there to fight against the social pressure to say Happy Holidays and to bring back that 10% of Christmas joy that's been lost in America in the last couple of decades. To everyone watching this video, wherever you are in the world, Christian, Jew, Muslim, atheist, Hindu, or Buddhist, Merry Christmas.
At this special time of year, we all renew our sense of wonder in recalling the story of the first Christmas in Bethlehem nearly 2,000 years ago. Some celebrate Christmas as the birthday of a great and good philosopher and teacher. Others of us believe in the divinity of the child born in Bethlehem, that he was and is the promised Prince of Peace. Yes, we've questioned why he who could perform miracles chose to come among us as a helpless babe. But maybe that was his first miracle, his first great lesson, that we should learn to care for one another. Tonight, in millions of American homes, the glow of the Christmas tree is a reflection of the love Jesus taught us. Like the shepherds and wise men of that first Christmas, we Americans have always tried to follow a higher light, a star, if you will. At lonely campfire vigils along the frontier, in the darkest days of the Great Depression, through war and peace, the twin beacons of faith and freedom have brightened the American sky. At times, our footsteps may have faltered, but trusting in God's help, we've never lost our way. Once, earlier in this century, an evil influence threatened that the lights were going out all over the world. Let the light of millions of candles in American homes give notice that the light of freedom is not going to be extinguished. Let those candles remind us that these blessings bring with them a solemn obligation, an obligation to the God who guides us, an obligation to the heritage of liberty and dignity handed down to us by our forefathers, and an obligation to the children of the world, whose future will be shaped by the way we live our lives today. Christmas means so much because of one special child, but Christmas also reminds us that all children are special, that they are gifts from God, gifts beyond price that mean more than any presents money can buy. In their love and laughter, in our hopes for their future, lies the true meaning of Christmas. So, in a spirit of gratitude for what we've been able to achieve together over the past year, and looking forward to all that we hope to achieve together in the years ahead, Nancy and I want to wish you all the best of holiday seasons. As Charles Dickens, whom I quoted a few moments ago, said so well in A Christmas Carol, God bless us, everyone.